Hello, welcome to White Birch Tarot and Astrology. This reading is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And if you know where your Venus and Mars are at, you might check them too. I often do for mine, and kind of makes sense. I'm doing a sign by sign, and I was doing this really for Neptune conjuncting the North Nodes at the tail end of Pisces. The North Nodes just entered Pisces recently, and this occurs from February 2nd to the 9th, so I'm a little bit behind here. But anyway, so I'm doing an overall general energy and general life row, and then a relationship row. So that could be romance, it could be family and friends, whatever suits you. But so we're doing, and they're kind of tied together. And you got a really challenging. All the readings have been so challenging. Oh my goodness, they've been challenging for like a month or so. But this time around, especially in your reading, I started with this deck, and it just didn't feel right. And I put it down, and I picked up 3 other decks, and they didn't feel right. Then I picked up this deck, which I don't remember the name of, but it's this one. And I really, really wanted to use it for you, but the numbers don't correspond to the major arcana, and I can't find my cheat sheet that I wrote out, because it's one of those that doesn't give you a book. And I can't find it. I really wanted to use it for you. So I will have to find I'll have to do some research, and next time anyway, the other decks so I started with this one, and then I ended up with this one. So sorry about that, but hopefully, oh my goodness, I'm just having, whatever. You're probably used to chaos, because Uranus, the planet of sudden change, revelation, progressive ideas, disruption, who rules Aquarius, has been in your sign since 2019. And I just looked it up, and it moves out in July of this year, 2025, through November 10th of this year, moves out into Gemini, then goes back into your sign in November and stays there till April of 2026, and then finally moves out for good. So you've really been through the mill, because Uranus brings so much change and disruption. It can also bring in really new ideas, things you hadn't thought of. It's thinking outside the box, progressive ideas. So anyway, so top row is just overall life. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start. Check your Venus and Mars placement if you know where those are. Did I already say that? I'm goofy tired. Excuse my voice. I was in a car tonight I hadn't turned on the heat in like a year, and it just blew dust all over it. I'm allergic to dust. Now I sound all croaky. I'm not sick though. As if you're going to catch something from me over the airwaves. I don't think so. Okay, and these readings, as I said, have been very challenging, so I will do my best, but this one's a whopper. And I'm not surprised because of the Uranus effect. Okay, we start out with the 5 of Pentacles. So this is on a very earthly level, like your surroundings, what you have, your house, your home, what you own, your feeling of security. You're feeling kind of abandoned and alone. And I forget what this is called, the Luna Lapin deck. Is that how you say rabbit in French? Lapin? Yeah. Lapin. Yeah, Luna Lapin. Anyway, so you're feeling a little bit, you're not feeling great. You feel a little bit kind of abandoned by the universe, I think. Kind of like, what's left? They're kind of like, now what? What's left? Feeling like everything's been taken from you. It hasn't, but you probably feel that way. And then, interestingly, these next 2 cards are very challenging because they're different. Because we get the Page of Cups. This is an initial emotion. This is a new emotion. And it's just a pleasant one. And it's a beginning one. And it has to be nurtured very carefully, or you can, you don't want to stomp all over it. So he's kind of, he's kind of investigating, like, well, how would I feel if I changed my feeling and I felt this? There's a new emotion welling up in you that you're not used to. After having kind of been feeling left out in the cold for so long, something emotional rises up and you're curious about it. It's a positive thing. But this is what I'm puzzling over here, is it's followed by the Eight of Cups, which is walking away emotionally. So is this telling you to walk away? Or are these not in chronological? Because they're not always in chronological order. They're like a circle. So this could be that you've already walked away from something, but I think you're in the process of walking away from something or letting go of something emotional. And this could be the result, is the new emotion pops up after you let go. Because they don't, as I said, they don't necessarily have to go in order. So there's a letting go. And of course, letting go and something new emerging usually go together, right? They usually do. So, and it could also be that part of you wants to nurture this new emotion and part of you just wants to say, no, I'm done with that. This could be, well, we're not in the relationship row yet, but of course, cups are always about feelings. This could be a situation where you kind of feel like it's done and you're sick of it. And you're just like, and then it says, well, but give me another try. And like, no, I just want to walk away. Because here's the deal. Then this one came next. Major Arcana, Temperance, balancing. So I'm thinking, are you trying to find a balance between nurturing this new emotion gently, and walking away? But there's balance required here. Or is it saying balancing between feeling abandoned and allowing yourself to feel this new emotion? But there's something that needs to be let go of. Maybe you need to let go of the feeling of the Five of Pentacles. I might have to clarify this because I'm just not sure. And again, your readings was all over the place. I started so many different decks and I put them down and I think, no, not this one. And I'm doing all the signs, so I didn't want to use the air, fire, or water decks, but it just dawned on me I could have used one of them. What difference would that have made? I don't know. I'm just weird tonight. Okay. But you're trying to balance things out because it's been so rough. So 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the land. So we've got Pentacles, which is earth, Cups, which are water. You're trying to balance out this feeling in your environment, this very real feeling of insecurity and abandonment, with this kind of new emotion that's popping up, with this feeling of wanting to leave. It's almost like maybe you're trying to balance all three of these things. That's quite possible. There's mixed emotion, that's for sure, in your overall life. And you're actually, Taurus is actually in good aspect to the south nodes in Virgo. And the south nodes are the energy that we're used to, that we're comfortable with, that we're supposed to be kind of moving away from, although I kind of changed my mind on that the other night. But it's in Virgo. So Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and Virgo is about service, work, health, being perfectionistic, the details, very, very caring energy, very, making everything comfortable and clean and perfect. So you're in good aspect to that. So that's going to help with this Temperance card. But there's a lot of mixed emotion going on here. And you're trying to find your footing. Okay, this is your relationship row, and I drew 5 cards. I don't know why, instead of 4. We start out with the Queen of Pentacles. I think this is you. You're an earth sign. Queen of Pentacles is very Taurian. And so in relationships, and that's what's so interesting, because when I see people walking away something emotional, I always think of a relationship, but it doesn't have to be. It could be an emotion inside yourself that you're struggling with that has nothing to do with anyone else. Because you're grounded in your relationship energy. You're the queen. You're in charge. And if you're not, then you need to be. I like the way that squirrel's looking at the card. He's like, as my husband always used to say, when the birds would, look around when they heard a noise, he'd always say, they're saying, what took place? I don't know why that always made me laugh. It's probably not funny to anyone but me, but I found it very funny. What took place instead of what happened. Never mind. Okay, so this is you gaining your power, at least in relationships. You know who you are and what you want. Maybe you're not getting it, I don't know. But again, that's your overall life. But in relationships, you're feeling pretty steady. Except, look who's next. The Ten of Swords. We got a dead bunny. I don't like dead bunnies. I like live bunnies. You've made up your mind about a certain relationship. If you haven't, you're going to, because something has ended or needs to end relationship-wise. And again, if you're not in a relationship, a romantic one, it could be friends, family, but something is over, some way of thinking. Maybe you've been taken advantage of a little bit. Taurians usually don't let that happen, but maybe you're gaining your power. I feel like these cards are not going in order exactly. Maybe this comes first. Like you've made the decision, I'm not going to be treated this way anymore. I'm going to be in my authority. I'm in charge. But you're definitely feeling in charge. You're not feeling in charge in your daily life, but in relationship life you are. But again, you're walking away. This goes very well with the Eight of Cups. You're leaving something emotionally behind. And it might be a relationship, because we get the Ten of Swords, a relationship that you've been putting too much mental energy into. You're done. Maybe you're done trying to fix somebody. You're just like, I am who I am. You're done with a certain way of thinking with someone. And that leads you to the Fool. You're ready to leave and start over. We get the Eight of Cups. Oops, I've dropped a hair on the... I wonder where that went. You're leaving something behind emotionally. Could be a relationship, could be just a way you feel about something, but you're ready to start over. Like completely start fresh. Could be starting fresh with your thinking, but again, this is your relationship row. You're rethinking something. You're not rethinking it, you're just like over. Like, no, cancel this. We're not doing that. I'm starting over. You could literally be leaving, I don't know. That's quite possible. And then we get Judgment. I think this is you doing the judging mentally, where you're just saying, I'm looking at the past. And again, this is relationships. How has this person or this family or whatever treated me in the past? How are they apt to treat me in the future? How would I like to be treated in the future? It's a call. It's almost a call to arms, I want to say, for you, where you're saying, I'm summing everything up and I'm making a decision based on my own authority and how I feel like I'm being treated. This is literally, I keep getting a call to arms comes to my mind, but you're trying to find a balance that works for you, but it's not working, and it has to end. Something has to end, and then something new has to start. I know I don't feel like I'm not being very clear with this reading, but maybe the shadow cards will help us. Okay, and then I ended, this one wanted to come out too, with the Knight of Wands, which is telling you that you need to move ahead with something new. You need to forge ahead. How does Liz Green, she puts it so beautifully. Liz Green, oh yeah, she says that this could literally be a change of residence or just new ideas, okay? But wands are generally movement, literal physical movement, because they're physical and spiritual. Desire, action. Where do you want to take action? You know, I said a call to arms. He looks like he's about ready to hit somebody over the head with that wand. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But there's, you know, you're moving on. You're moving on from something because it just wasn't making you feel secure, and it wasn't giving you the feeling of your own, being valued for who you are. Okay. And then I asked, what is Taurus not seeing? And I get the Seven of Wands as a Seven of Pentacles as a shadow card. This is usually summing up what you've already done. This person has got the harvest, what he's harvested, behind him. And I feel like it's saying, you're not seeing the rewards, the gains that you've made in some area. You're not seeing that. You need to turn around and look behind you. Do the judgment thing. Look at the past. You're missing something. It's behind you. You need to turn around and look, because you've achieved more than you think you have, because you're looking in the wrong direction. The work you've done is behind you somehow. I'm not quite sure about that. And then the other one we get, here's the Knight of Wands again. You're not seeing that you need to move, that you can move, you have the power to move, and move quickly. And you know, with Uranus in your sign, I said Uranus is usually sudden change. So you may have already had some sudden changes. I don't know, but it looks like, it's interesting though, this Knight of Wands isn't really rushing, but he's ready to go. He's ready to enter the fray. I keep getting a battle for you. But the shadow, what you're not seeing is it telling you you're moving too fast? I think it's telling you that you're not moving quickly enough. Now, I could be wrong. I'm going to take both sides here and say, maybe you're moving too quickly, or maybe you're not seeing the urgency that you need to move. Because it's clear to me with the Fool and the Knight of Wands, and the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Swords, it's clear to me that something has ended or needs to end and you need to move on. That is very clear. That will put you in your power. I feel like I'm missing something here, but let me draw some oracle cards and see if, please clarify for Taurus, because this one just jumped out. Okay, I'm going to draw a couple before I, oh, wow, okay. Well, these are just, I couldn't get your first cards to come out. You have no idea how long I shuffled. It was, okay, here we go. Now these, okay, they're, okay, whatever. No place like home. Now, this doesn't look like it's telling you to stay home to me. It looks like it's telling you to put your home on your back in your knapsack and take it with you. That home is inside you. You're the Queen of Pentacles. Because this comes with it. Truth be told, you've got to take an honest look. With Judgment here, you've got to take an honest look at relationships, at your life. And I would venture to guess, with Uranus having moved through your sign for so long, that you probably have been having some revelations and some downloads about what needs to happen, what's been happening. Let me draw one more. Gosh, that dust got me so bad today. Oh, now I'm feeling, everybody's been getting this one. Not everybody, but here and now. The only moment that you can change is the present moment. That came out so fast. Let me try another one. I don't know what I'm looking for here. I just feel like this reading is, there's something lacking. And it was lacking when I was shuffling all the decks. Like, none of them felt right, except that one deck that I don't have the book for. And I lost my cheat sheet page, and I don't know what the major arcana are. So I apologize for that. But I feel like I'm missing something with your reading. Maybe I should draw a fairy card. Nah, this isn't being helpful. No. Nothing quite fits tonight for you. it's almost like the Uranian energy got into me. I'm going to draw you one fairy card, which isn't fair because I didn't do it for anybody else, but your cards are really strange tonight. Can you fairies help me? Pull me out of the Taurian mess that I've gotten myself into here. No, I'm not taking 20. They just don't want to come out for you tonight. It's like they can't make up their minds. It's like Uranian energy where it's all over the place. And you know what I mean? Where it's contradicting itself. It's like this one, no, this one, no, this one. Nope. Okay, not that deck. Sorry about this. I'm going to pull you a Moonology card. No, I'm going to pull an Animal Spirit card. Okay, this is going to do it. This is going to do it. Please help me clarify for Taurus. Okay, this one flew out. Oh. Oh, there's two. Okay, no. Bobcat Spirit, life is a mystery. So is the reading, folks. That's what I'm trying to say. Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive. Well, okay, but now I'm going back to the moon cards. You know what? I'm probably trying to clarify something that is not resolved yet because Uranus is in your sign for quite a while. I think it's not quite resolved yet, but there's something that you're leaving behind this month, or at least contemplating leaving it behind. I think you really are going to leave something behind. And again, it doesn't mean you have to walk out the door and leave your old life behind, but okay, if it's not, no, now there's two. Apologize. They don't want to come out for you. They're being Taurian stubborn like a Taurus. What is going on? I guess I'm not supposed to clarify. You know what? This is really silly. I have pulled some. I'm going to pull one more rabbit card to clarify. What was I? Now I forgot what I was even clarifying. I don't know. I'm going to pull you an overall energy card. There's something wonky about this reading. I don't know what it is. Well, we get the King of Wands. So we go from the Knight to the King. There's a definite fire influence here. Again, fire is physical, fire is spiritual. You need to take charge. You need to take charge of something. I know that doesn't sound very helpful. I'm trying to tie this together, and it's possibly just me. I might redo that. I might hold this one off and redo it tomorrow if I do another wacky one. And I don't know, does this seem wacky? Maybe it makes sense to you guys. I'll tell you what, I'm going to post it. You Taurians, watch it and tell me if this makes sense to you. There's something you need to see, some truth that needs to be told, that's going to affect your life on a very major level. Something's over, something's starting. It's kind of all over the place. But again, with Uranus in your sign, I am so not surprised. I shouldn't be surprised. But let me know if this made any sense. If it didn't, I will redo it for you. How about that? Okay, please leave me a comment and let me know so I'll know. And please hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And I may be seeing you again very soon. Okay, thanks for listening. Sorry this isn't clearer, but this is what I got, okay? I calls them as I sees them. Okay, I will talk to you later. Blessings. Good night.